If you guys watched the last video yesterday, we've still got the same beer. Hang on, hang on. You know what? I'm gonna put it down and the crusty leaves. Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. It's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I had a Christmas hat in there. I should have wore it, but it's flipping red, all right? And we don't do red on GBFC. Why? Well, if you're new around here, this is a Chelsea-focused channel. It's me, George Benson Football Channel. We talk about the Chelsea, and we have got Fulham, West London Derby on Boxing Day. Boxing Day football. I'm not going to the game. Kind of wish I was, but at the same time, I'm only in the UK for 10 days, so it's all about family. Met my girlfriend's family for the second part of Christmas. Been back to my family too. It's been lovely. It's been beautiful. But I tell you what, every single Christmas, Boxing Day, it's always fun at the football. You have a few beers, you're probably a bit hungover from the night before. It's wonderful. The festive spirit just tastes that much sweeter. Let me get my beer again. I'm hoping, right, that this beer tastes great with 3 points at Stamford Bridge against Fulham. Fulham are a good side. They've given good teams this season, tricky matches. Chelsea and Fulham in the past, I think a Boxing Day fixture that finished 2-2 many years ago. Enzo Maresca's Chelsea went to Everton just a couple of days ago. We got a 0-0 draw. To be quite honest, I didn't think, the moment I saw kickoff and I saw the weather and I saw the rain pounding into the lens of the camera, the wind flying everywhere, free kicks being halted, stopped, retaken because the ball's dribbling away in the wind. As soon as I saw that, I was like, game over. This is going to be a very dull fixture, very boring. Can Chelsea break Everton down? Not sure. Everton, tons of clean sheets, defending really well, held Arsenal the week before. Lo and behold, it finishes 0-0. We move on from it. I'm going to say 1 point gained and not 2 points lost. Yes, it'd be better if we won, of course, because Liverpool showed what they're all about. They scored 6 away at Spurs. Just when you think you might want Spurs to draw a game and not lose a game, they concede 6 goals. So for that reason, I'm wishing Spurs fans the worst of Christmases. Your club, your institution is a disaster. It shouldn't exist. There's no need for it. There's absolutely no need for it. Liverpool wins 6-3 at Tottenham, which leaves Chelsea 4 points behind Liverpool in the so-called title race. For me, I'm just going to say it now. I think that performance from Liverpool at Spurs, even though they conceded 3 goals, I think that is the stuff of champions. I don't think Chelsea are going to be able to win the league this season when that Liverpool team are that good. However, the top 4 race, right, which is what we dreamt of at the start of the season, Chelsea being back in the Champions League was always going to be considered a major success for Enzo Maresca in his first year as the Chelsea manager. So, we're in a position here, Fulham at home, London Derby, where our record at home recently has been amazing. I think it was 8 games or 7-8 games in a row that we'd won before that 0-0 draw against Everton, which some people are like, I've said that we're in a title race because we are, mathematically we are. We're second in the flipping league, like grow up, do you know what I mean? But like, if you don't think we are, or you did think we are, and then we draw against Everton and then you're upset and angry about it, I'm not going to go along with that. That's what I just can't buy into. But what I will say is you take the positives from a non-3 point result, you don't lose it, and you keep building. Chelsea, just because the winning run of how many games in a row we've won, just because that is over, it doesn't mean that we don't carry incredible form into this game at Stamford Bridge. I think we should be cautious because Fulham, on any given day, they've got players that can hurt you. They're a really well-oiled side. They're a very well-run team right now. I think Silva, very underrated manager. They've got great players. They've got players that have been coming into form. Even Iwobi looks like a decent footballer again this season. So, with that being said, Chelsea are going to have to be careful here. You never know what you're going to get on Boxing Day. It could be floodgates opening because, well, everyone's just kind of a little bit like lackadaisical. I think with Chelsea, with Enzo Maresca and the way that this man manages these players, manages this team and squad, I think Chelsea are going to be up for this. And I think we need to just see every opportunity we've got right now during this Christmas period where the fixtures have been very, very kind to Chelsea. The fixtures that we've got over Christmas have been good. Even Spurs away now looks like a banker win. We obviously did win it very comfortably. But the fact of the matter is, We've got to keep it up. Arsenal looked brilliant against Palace, I'm not going to lie to you. 5-1, Gabriel Jesus, 5 goals against Crystal Palace in 2 games. Looks as though Arsenal coming back into some kind of form. So Chelsea have got to keep it up. So we begin with the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Let me tell you this, right? Robert Sanchez right now is in brilliant form. The last 2 matches we've seen, mega saves against Brentford, incredible moments against Everton. And I'll say this, that's all I've asked for. When you play for Chelsea Football Club, right, the reason that so many people are like, we're not going to be in a title race is because we're not sure about the goalkeeper. If we're being brutally honest about it, yes, the defence is a problem, but people have struggled, myself included. I've been the biggest person to say I'm not sure about Robert Sanchez. If he keeps performing like he did at Goodison and like he did at Stamford Bridge against Brentford the week before, then I think we've got a great goalie. You've just got to keep doing it consistently because that is what makes a keeper a top keeper. So Robert Sanchez is in goal. Moving into a Chelsea back 4 of Malo Gusto, Tosin, Colwill and Mark Cucurella. I think the Everton game, I think if Cucurella's playing at left back, Chelsea win the game. I think Everton didn't really offer anything going forward, but Cucurella and the way that he enables Chelsea to play, to get that extra man going forward, to just even if Cucurella is that presence player in and around the box. He scored 2 games in a row before he was suspended. I genuinely think that Cucurella, what he does off the ball is just as important as what he does on it. I think he's such an intelligent footballer. This season, he's become one of my favourite Chelsea players. And even my 2-year-old niece the other day was saying his name, which was just beautiful. I didn't have any content of it, and I probably wouldn't put it online even if I did. But I just love Mark Cucurella. I think he's absolutely wonderful. Coming back into that Chelsea back line, I think Tosin has been very, very quickly becoming a very reliable defender. I think we need his height. I think he throws everything on the line. And I'm going to say this now, the way that Tosin's playing right now, what a great signing, by the way. A free agent in the summer. I think Newcastle were interested in him. There was a rumour or a story going around that the reason he didn't sign for Newcastle is because they wouldn't put a clause in his contract that he could sign for Barcelona or Real Madrid. Don't know if that's true or not. But still, Tosin is in there. Malo Gusto, he's always everywhere. Every time he plays, whether it's left back, right back, inverting as an 8, playing as a 10, Malo Gusto does everything. We move into Moises Caicedo in front of that back line. Fulham are no mugs, you know. Going forward, they can be very dangerous. Defensively, very strong as well. They've got decent players, Fulham. I like Robinson, the left back. I think he's really, really good. But Caicedo, for me, I've just got so much faith and confidence in this guy. Let me know in the comments, if you've been a big fan of 6 Things We Learned, you've been watching all the recent videos, how many matches in a row that Caicedo has started has he had a box? I'm not entirely sure what the exact number is, but I'm pretty convinced, right? Every time Caicedo plays, he gets a green box in 6 Things We Learned because the man is borderline flawless, isn't he? He's absolutely brilliant. I think he can do it by himself. The way that we saw against Everton, we saw Enzo Fernandez very close to him in that first half alongside Caicedo. So I think when we move forward into the attack, Pedro Neto on the right, Palmer, Enzo, Sancho and Nicholas Jackson up top through the middle. I think right now we're starting to see what the best Chelsea team is. When you take Cucurella out against Everton, I think you don't just lose that organised defender, you lose that extra player over the pitch, you lose that attacking threat that he's had with 2 goals in his last 2 starts for Chelsea. But I think when it comes to the forwards, I think Neto is just a class act. I love Pedro Neto. I think he's going to score in this one, by the way. Predictions coming very, very soon. Cole Palmer, red box it was against Everton. Didn't do anything. I thought he was pretty useless in that game, but he's allowed to be. A lot of people were saying it's unfair on Joao Felix. Cole Palmer, you take him off and you put Felix on. Yes, but I get why Maresca didn't. Because Palmer can just turn it on at any given second. So it's difficult to take him off, particularly when a game is fully in the balance, when it's 0-0. If it's 2-0 Chelsea and Jackson scored, defender scored or anyone else scored a goal, Palmer's having a quiet day, then you can take him off and bring Joao Felix on. I think right now Joao Felix is slightly hard done by. Nkunku, as much as he scores goals and he's still the top scorer this season, I think, for Chelsea, just don't think he brings enough to the team. I wouldn't be surprised if Nkunku gets sold in about a week or two. I really wouldn't. Not saying I want it to happen, I don't. But I can see it happening. And then I think if that happens, we might go in for a striker. But the rumours at the moment are that Chelsea are going to have a very quiet January. I think there's a big debate to be had here. We can either use the fact that we are in a title race and double down and go for it, or not. Either way, I'm not too fussed. I love the energy around the squad right now. I love the team that we're building. I love the team that we've built. Nicholas Jackson, he's kind of gone back into that snatching at chances thing. And I think we saw it against Spurs. When he wasn't having a great game, he looked really upset visibly at the end of it. And I think he does get affected by these things. I want Jackson to calm down again. And I hope that London Derby, Boxing Day, hopefully the Fulham players have eaten a load of Brussels, a load of turkey, a load of cranberry sauce, bread sauce, you name it, Christmas pud, sherry, custard, the works. That's what we're hoping for. I'm going to say 2-0 Chelsea. Nice, comfortable Boxing Day victory. Pedro Neto is going to score and Cole Palmer is going to get the second for Chelsea. Let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. Let me know your Chelsea starting 11 for this one. Boxing Day football. We love it. We have got the rest of this good old boy. I love this. If you haven't tried good old boy, it's from Renegade Brewery. It's absolutely delightful. Definitely give it a little whirl over the Christmas period. Thank you guys for watching. 6 things we learned. I'm at my girlfriend's auntie's house. I think there's like 40 people there. Big Welsh family, apparently. Not met any of them before. I don't know if 6 things we learned is going to be out straight away on Boxing Day. I'm going to try, all right? But if it isn't, it will be out the day after. So just stay tuned, all right? It's Christmas. Allow it. Thank you guys for watching. Come on, you Blues.